Greetings, everyone. You're welcome to this class. I want to say a very big thank you to you for all of you who have been carefully following this course from the very beginning up until now. I want to say thank you to you. All right. So, in this class, we'll be talking about fundamental analysis. The class before this, we treated fundamental and technical analysis just theoretically, all right? So now we will do the practical aspect of fundamental analysis, okay? And afterwards, we'll now delve into technical analysis. That is where we have more work to do. So we'll continue in technical analysis until like the end of the class, apart from where we'll get to talk about risk management and trading psychology. All right, so stay tuned to this course, ensure you complete it. All right, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe and hit the notification bell, so even after your course I will keep uploading trade analysis and projection expectations sometimes, so you can get notified. All right, thank you so much. All right, so we talked about fundamental analysis and how that fundamental analysis have to do with news. All right, that's circumferences areas like GDP, gross domestic product, CPI, even NFP, non-farm payroll. So these are several areas, okay, from which news can come out, and this news will see the effect on the currency pairs. All right, so we'll begin by this, introducing you to some of the sites where you can get these news notifications from. All right, one of them is called Forex Factory, forexfactory.com. Factory like factory where they manufacture things. You can see it here, Forex Factory. All right, so I'll just click on it. Already have it open in this tab here, but let's just use here. So I will come here. You can see www.https column / www.forexfactory.com. So that's the site. You click on it. All right, it's loading. All right, so it's still loading. I don't know why it's taking time. Okay, since I already have it open on this tab, let me just open the one I have here. All right, while this one is loading. So once this one is done loading, okay, you are going to have this same interface. Okay, it's just the same thing. I just have to come here. All right, okay, just look carefully when you come here. Let me scroll. You can see this is the beginning. This is the interface of the site. All right, yeah, there are lots of informations here and all of that. So but this is where that has to do with news. Okay, you can see the date 17th of October 2023 to 14th of October 2023. All right, so from 17th of October to 7th of October rather, sorry, 7th of October to 14th of October, as you can see here. All right, this section captures all the news that were released in that period. Okay, now good. So if you want to go backwards to see the news that this is 7th, you want to see the news that came out on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, you go here. You can see that you go here to take you back. All right, and if you want to go forward to news that were released maybe on the 20th and all of that, you come here, it will take you forward. All right, good. So here now, this is Saturday the 7th of October. There is no news on that day. All right, this is Sunday 8th of October. There is no news. There is no news at all. Why? Because the market is closed. The forex market is closed. All right, remember we're talking about forex here. I'm going to prepare a different course for cryptocurrency. All right, but the forex market is closed. Cryptocurrency is open on Saturdays and Sunday. They are open, but forex closes on Friday night and opens on Sunday night also. Okay, so Monday the 9th of October, you see for JPY, look at it, Monday 9th of October, JPY means Japanese yen, all right, has bank holiday. Now let me explain these stuffs that looks like an envelope, these guys here. Okay, when you see this one that is white, is this white? A kind of, All right, but you get what I mean. When you see this one that is colored like this, okay, it means that the news has no impact. The news has what? No impact on the market. No impact. That is, the news is not going to affect the price of the currency, the movement of the currency. All right, it has no impact. Are we together? Good. Anytime you see this one that is yellow, it means, okay, you can see if I hold on it, you will see low impact expected. You can see that box, right? Low impact expected. So the yellow kind of envelope shows low impact news. The news is going to have an impact, but the impact on the currency is going to be low. Are we together? Good. So there's another one you can see that is a bit darker. All right. You can see the box that is popped open is also that popped up is, you can see the content there. Medium impact expected. All right. So this one that is a bit darker is this orange now. All right. It's medium impact news. Okay, good. So here we have bank holiday. It means that the banks in Japan, they are not opening on that day. So because the bank is not opening, it's not going to have any effect. Okay, yes. So for Euro, Germany industrial production is going to have low impact. All right, Syntex invest confidence, no impact, like low impact. Canada has bank holiday. US has bank holiday. So for Japan to have bank holiday, Canada has bank holiday, US has bank holiday, it's already an indication that the price of the price of currency pairs is going to move in a very slow rate. The movement, there won't be any volatility in the market. Volatility, like fast movement of price, okay, in the market. So for me, I don't usually trade on Mondays, especially when I see that there are already three bank holidays on that Monday. I will just go and spend some time doing some other things. All right. Okay. Let me look for another one. Great. Now you can see there's also an envelope here that has red. Okay. Good. You can see high impact expected. These are the kind of news you should look at for as a trader. Okay. Anytime you see one that has red, it shows that this news is going to have high impact. So what news are we expecting? We're expecting core PPI. Okay. Now, okay, let me just go further and show you some more. Now, this news, okay, is going to come out by 1:30 p.m. GMT plus 1 Nigerian time. Are we together? 1:30 p.m. GMT plus 1 Nigerian time. Okay. So if you have seen the video for trading sessions, you would have also record that 1:30 p.m. is New York opening. That is when New York opens. All right. And London is still in the market. Remember, New York is the largest, followed by London and then Asia. Right. Good. Now London is still in the market and New York opens. There is high level of volatility by this time in the market. All right. Now adding to that high level of volatility, which is caused by New York meeting London. All right. Adding to that, there is also a high impact news for US by that same time. It's something very interesting to anticipate. Now look at here. This is Thursday 12. Remember, we are looking at 7 to 14th, right? I said that earlier. All right. So this is Thursday 12. You can see 1 p.m. still New York opening, right? Good. There are 4 high impact news, Melia. So it's something to look out for as a trader. I hear what I'm saying. Now, don't get it twisted. Some traders don't like trading news, okay? This is the reason why you need to look at fundamental before you take a trade, okay? Some traders, if they see this kind of high impact news, for the sake of their psychology and sanity, they will just leave the chart. They will not trade. Are you hearing me? Why? Because the market is usually volatile. Are you hearing me? So this will give you two areas or choices. All right, two choice. One is when you see this kind of news, stay out of the market. Stay what? Out of the market, because it's going to be dangerously volatile. In fact, we are going to, this is 12, right? 12th of October. We are going to go to the chart. All right. We are going to go to the chart for any of the USD pairs, and we are going to see the impact of this news. Okay, we are going to see the impact of these four news. You are going to see how volatile it is. All right, you're going to see how volatile it is. So first choice, I said it, leave the chart, don't trade. There are other days to trade. Let's check 11th. There were two volatile news really, but it's not as like this one that is 4. You can still go out of the market. Okay, on Friday the 13th, you can see for those trading US dollar, all right, for those trading US dollar, you can see that US do not have Friday the 13th. Look here. You can see US dollar here, 130. The news coming out is what? A low impact news. All right, so if since you stayed out of the market on Wednesday, because there are two high impact news for those who do not trade news, okay, and you stayed out of the market on Thursday, you can trade on Friday, because there is a little sanity in the market. What I mean is the whole volume and volatility that happened on Thursday, on Wednesday, and on Friday would have settled. So you can gingerly come and trade on Friday. All right, let me tell you the truth. It is worth waiting. The waiting is worth it. I hear what I'm saying. The waiting is worth it. Okay, you must not trade every day as a trader. It is how simple it is. People bother themselves a whole lot by looking at the chart every day, trying to find an entry and all of that. That is not how you trade. Remember, I mentioned earlier, I usually don't trade on Mondays. Like today, I'm recording this video on a Monday, and I did not open any trade today. I just opened my chart later this evening to look at all of that, getting myself ready for tomorrow being Tuesday. All right, so I don't trade every day. I have reasons why I don't trade on Monday, because on Monday the market is just opening Sunday night. On Monday the market is trying to settle and all of that. So I don't join the market in the settling. I allow it sometimes to settle on Mondays, and then I trade on Tuesdays. Okay, I only trade on Mondays in cases where there is an exception, where I have clear, clean, neat entries. All right, but in the absence of that, I don't bother myself trading on Monday. So I'm saying that you must not trade every day. So the waiting is worth it. If you do not trade on Wednesday and on Thursday because of the high impact news, and then you trade on Friday, that's nice. Okay, so that's the first choice. The other choice is to trade the news. Okay, is to trade the news. If you like volatility, you like it that way, why not trade the news? And how do you trade the news? There are different techniques to trade the news. Okay, sometimes once the news comes out, there is something else I'm going to explain to you. Okay, once the news comes out by 1:30, allow it to somehow settle. Give it like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So the whole price, van, momentum would have relaxed a little. Then you enter. All right. But remember, you don't just trade news. You don't just say, this is news. There is high impact. How there is a high impact news? Let me buy. Let me sell. How do you know that you're going to sell? How do you know that you're going to buy? That is also an aspect we are going to look at. Are we together? So that means that you need the news must be in alignment with your technical analysis. All right? With your technical analysis. Remember, in the previous video, we talked about combining fundamental and technical analysis. All right? So don't just say, hey, there is high impact news. Let me go and buy. Who told you to go and buy? Who said you should go and buy? It is your technical analysis that will make you have an expectation, on the outcome of the news. It will give you an expectation for the outcome of the news. All right? Yeah. So adding to expectation, there is also this news, they have already happened. Okay. There is also a way to add to your expectation if you know how to interpret price data, if you know how to interpret fundamentals. Let me scroll and show you something. Now, watch here. This is details. Excuse me. This is detail, right? If you want the details of this news, you can get them here. Open details. You open. Right? It will show you the details of this news. You will read it. Are you hearing me? You will read it. And you change in total inflation adjusted value. So you should be able to interpret this news. Are we together? Now, let me also point out something. Remember we clicked details, right? Good. Now, let me also show you. In details, after details, we have actual, forecast, and previous. All right. So before any news is released, we have the previous data of the news. Here you can see the previous data of that Germany industrial production is minus 1.4%. All right. All right. So the forecast before the news came out, professionals here on Forex Factory would have forecasted that it is going to be 0.4%. That's the forecast. Are we together? Good. So this forecast will give you an idea also. You can merge it with your technical analysis. All right. Then after the news is out, you will now see the actual. Are we together? The actual is 0.8%. And if you check, the actual is not actually so far from the forecast, really, because the previous is already minus 1.4. All right, so let's go back to that guy we're looking at, the very serious high impact news. I think that was on Thursday. Okay, good. So now, what are the news we had? We had CPI. CPI is a very, very powerful news. I think it comes out, trying to remember, some of these news are scheduled, like NFP, non-farm payroll, and all of that. So we have CPI. We have a lot of them: core CPI, CPI, M/M, CPI, Y/Y, unemployment claims. All of these are high impact news. And then let's go to see the details of this guy. All right. Why is it not opening? Should be network. Let me check for this. Whoosh. Okay, unemployment claims. Let's look at it. So if you read these details, okay, the number of individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week, actual less than forecast, is good for currency. So you just go ahead and read it. This is more like if there is high unemployment, okay, if this claim shows that there is high unemployment in the US, okay, it is going to affect the US currency adversely, because no investor wants to invest in an economy that has a high level of unemployment, because having a high level of unemployment is an indication of poverty. All right, it's an indication. So, but if there is a low level of unemployment, means majority of the people in that nation are gainfully employed. So that means the economy of that nation is doing well, right? So look at the price data. This is the previous 029K. This is the forecast 211K. That's like 1,000. And then this is the actual, right? Good. 029K. So all of this news, the 3-4 of them came out at the same time. All right. So now, this is for you to be able to have an anticipation on what to trade. Like I said, it is your technical analysis, all right, that is now going to justify whether you're going to buy or sell. Okay, so we are going to treat your technical analysis with optimum care, all right, maximum attention, so you will understand how to analyze the market. So when you have an entry, all right, a very clear entry, and you're expecting a news by 1:30, all right, and by the time it's 1:30, price is already under your entry, it is going to be a bonus to you. So what have you done by that is that you have successfully combined news, which is fundamental analysis, with your technical analysis. All right, so this is 12th of October. So we are going to go to the chart to see how this news played out. 12th of October. Yeah, so this is 12th of October. I believe you can see that 12th of October. I remember that news was released at 1:30. 1:30. You can see 13:30 down here, right? You can see it 13:30. Yeah. So this is GMT plus one, as I did mention earlier. That's the time frame I'm using. All right. So you can set it or do the calculation according to your own local time frame. All right. So you can see the impact of that news. You can see this bearish momentum candle. All right. This candle from here came as a result of that news. You can see, and it even continued afterwards, and afterwards you see that, and it continued even till the next day. This line, this dotted line you're seeing here, this dotted line here is showing that the day is over and another day is opening. So it continued until the end of that day. You can see the impact of the news. It was very terrible, right? So if you have done your technical analysis, merging it with this fundamental, you would have successfully, I think that's network, you would have successfully combined forex technical and fundamental analysis. All right, so I just wanted to show you the impact of that news. We'll go ahead to talk about technical analysis in details. We're going to treat support and resistance, show you about candlesticks, talk about trends, other blocks, mitigation blocks, and all that you need, all right, to do your technical analysis. All right, so there are some other sites we can also check out. Yes, there are some other sites we can check out for fundamental analysis. I've shown us Forex Factory, right? I think we have investing.com. Right, so investing.com is one of the sites. You can check it out. It's loading. My internet is not so fast this night, and I wonder why. I'm really surprised. So investing.com is one of the sites. Even on the news, your Fox News, your CNN, your Al Jazeera, your Bloomberg, all of that. Bloomberg is really one you need to look at for, right? Those television stations talks about news, global news. So as a forex trader, I'm sorry, you may not need to listen to your local news, all right, your state television station. You need to listen to news that have to do with global events, all right? News that have to do with global events, all right? I really just want to show us around this investing.com. Yes, I want to show us around this investing.com, but primarily what I use is the Forex Factory. That's enough for me. At least it shows me the economic calendars I'm expecting, right, and how to interpret them. So let's do something while investing.com is loading. Let's do something. Let's check out the news we have for this week. Today is 23rd of October. Let's check out the news we have. Right. This is 22nd rather. Today is 23rd, Monday. So let's check out the news we have. All right, so today is Monday. You can see Monday is usually, there's no news on Monday. Like, look at the few news we have. Euro that we had, because Monday today is already almost 8:30 GMT plus one. So we'll have Euro AUD news, and they are all low impact news. You can see them. All right, it's tomorrow something will begin to happen. 7 a.m. there's already a news for GBP, and it's a high impact news. 8:15 there's a news for Euro. Maya, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, all high impact news, and then AUD as well, high impact news. tomorrow is going to be serious. It's going to be serious, terribly serious. There is actually yeah, tomorrow is going to be terribly serious. Some people are going to make a whole lot of money, while some persons may cry. You understand? So just trade carefully, trade carefully, trade carefully. All right. You may not be watching this video as at this week. Yes, what I mean is you may get to see this video, you may get to take this course like 2 months from now. All right, so you could just go to your Forex Factory and go and check out the date of that particular week you're going to trade, and look at the different days, and of course use what we've taught you on this channel to navigate around it and make a trading decision. All right, so but for those of you who are going to see this video this week, the students already, you can see what we have this week. This week is going to be bloody. Look at Wednesday. Wednesday is from 1 a.m. AUD is having their CPI. 9 a.m. Euro is also having a high impact news. 3 p.m. CAD have their Bank of Canada. BOC is Bank of Canada. They are going to have their monetary policy report and Bank of Canada rate statement and overnight rate. So it's also going to be serious. At 4 p.m. Bank of Canada is going to have a press conference. That's also going to be serious. And then at 9:30 p.m. US Fed chair, that's the chairman of the Federal Reserve, is going to, that is Powell, is going to speak. All right, so there are lots of impact news, high impact news on Thursday. This week is going to be an interesting trading week. It's going to be an interesting trading week. So stay out of the market if you're not a fundamental trader. Of course, there are other days you can come and cash out and just go. All right, investing.com is still loading. Okay, it's here. You can see there are lots of news. It's still loading anyways. The whole data have not appeared. All right, for the sake of time, maybe I would record a different video explaining investing.com. all right, yeah, but if you make do with Forex Factory, you're also going to do well. Usually I don't come to investing.com, but I just want to show you around it for the purpose of learning, all right. But since it's taking time to reload the full data, we're going to call it a day here. Maybe I'll make a video especially for investing.com. I believe you've gotten some value in this class, so we look forward I look forward to seeing you actually in the next class. Thank you and stay safe.